What if you could transform your life in just 2 weeks? Imagine finding a sense of happiness and calm, no matter what chaos surrounds you. Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the deal. Ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught powerful principles that can help us unlock happiness, even in the toughest times. These principles aren't complicated or unreachable. They're super practical, and the best part? You can start applying them today, and in just 14 days you might notice a serious shift in how you approach life. So buckle up, my friend. We're about to dive into 5 Stoic beliefs to unlock happiness in 14 days. Trust me, this will be a ride you won't forget. Ready? Let's go. 1. Control what you can, let go of the rest. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, already late for an important meeting. You start freaking out, you honk the horn, curse under your breath, and guess what? You're still not moving. Now let's zoom in on what Marcus Aurelius is saying here. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. That's where your power lies. Stoics taught that we waste so much energy worrying about things we can't change, like other people's actions, bad weather, or even pandemics. Instead, focus on what you can change: your thoughts, your reactions, your attitude. Actionable step for the next 14 days. Every time you face something frustrating, ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, breathe and let it go. Shift your focus to what you can control, like your mindset or actions. It's hard at first, but soon it becomes your superpower. Real life example. Remember when Jennifer Lawrence tripped on the Oscars stage? Instead of freaking out or being embarrassed, she stood up, smiled, and owned it. She couldn't control the fall, but she could control her reaction. That's what Stoic power looks like in action. 2. Practice gratitude every day. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca. We live in a world where it's easy to think we don't have enough. Not enough money, not enough time, not enough likes on social media. But what if happiness is not about getting more, but appreciating what you already have? That's what Seneca is getting at. Gratitude flips the script. It's like that moment in every romantic comedy where the main character finally realizes that everything they've been searching for was right in front of them all along. Gratitude is powerful. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, and that is a game changer. Actionable step. Every night before bed for the next 14 days, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's a cup of coffee, a text from a friend, or even just getting through the day. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice boosts your happiness. A real-life example. Oprah is a huge fan of gratitude journaling. She's talked about how keeping a gratitude journal helped her see the good in even the toughest times. If it works for Oprah, it's worth a shot, right? Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca. We've all had those days where nothing goes right. You spill coffee on your shirt, your boss gives you tough feedback, and your phone dies just when you need it the most. It feels like the universe is out to get you. But here's a wild idea from the Stoics. These hard moments are opportunities in disguise. Think about it. Muscles grow when they're challenged. The same goes for our minds and emotions. If you avoid discomfort, you miss out on growth. Embracing challenges rather than running from them can actually make you happier and more resilient. Actionable step for the next 14 days. Step out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's having that tough conversation you've been avoiding, trying something new, or doing something that scares you a little. Each time you push through, remind yourself that discomfort is a sign of growth. Real-life example. Look at people like Steve Jobs or J.K. Rowling. Both faced massive setbacks. Jobs was even fired from his own company. But instead of giving up, they leaned into the struggle, and it paid off big time. Stoics would say that's exactly the point. Challenges lead to greatness. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. Seneca. You're hanging out with friends, but your mind is somewhere else. You're stressing about tomorrow's meeting or replaying something awkward you said last week. Sound familiar? This is what Seneca is talking about when he says we suffer more than necessary. We're always worrying about the future or the past instead of being present. The Stoics were all about staying in the moment. After all, the present is the only thing you can truly experience. The future is just imagination, and the past is a memory. The more time we spend in either, the more we rob ourselves of the joy that's right in front of us. Actionable step. For the next 14 days, practice mindfulness. When you catch yourself stressing about the future or ruminating on the past, gently bring your focus back to what you're doing right now. Whether it's eating, working, or just hanging out, be all in. Real life example. Have you ever seen kids play? They're totally absorbed in the moment, whether they're building with Legos or playing tag. They're not thinking about their next homework assignment. As adults, we can learn a lot from that kind of presence. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. We all want to be liked. Whether it's likes on Instagram or approval from our boss, we're wired to seek validation from others. But here's the catch. Depending on others for happiness is like building a house on quicksand. It's unstable and never lasting. The Stoics believed true happiness comes from living according to your values, not from external validation. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about doing good not because someone is watching, but because it's the right thing to do. In other words, focus on being the best version of yourself, whether anyone notices or not. Actionable step. For the next 14 days, every time you do something good, don't wait for praise. Whether it's helping someone out or sticking to your principles, remind yourself that you're doing it for you, not for a pat on the back. Real-life example, Keanu Reeves is a great modern example of this. Despite his fame, he's known for doing kind things quietly, like giving up his seat on the subway or donating to charities without making a big deal of it. He doesn't need the world's applause to feel good. He just lives according to his values. In just 14 days, these 5 Stoic beliefs can help you unlock a deeper sense of happiness. It's not about fixing everything in your life overnight, but about changing the way you see the world. Whether it's learning to control what you can, practicing gratitude, embracing challenges, living in the moment, or focusing on your values, you have the power to transform your mindset. Stoic wisdom is ancient, but its relevance is timeless. These teachings remind us that happiness isn't found in the things we can't control, but in how we approach life. So take a deep breath, start applying these beliefs today, and watch how your life shifts in just 2 weeks. Let's go, friend. Your happier life is waiting.